Hello, way out there. Um, Welcome to another episode of Squish Room, brought to you by the one, the only, the one that no one knows, Squish Arcana. I have extraordinary guests here today that I would love for y'all to meet and become intrigued by. This is someone I would say, just off what I know, refuses to be placed inside a box. SXR Gripp, or maybe you can just call him Grip. But please make sure you spell it correctly. Is a multidisciplinary creative producer, writer, multimedia, creative artist, and the mind behind the DATALEAK brand. From poetry to collections to screenwrites. He's basically done it all to short films. Storytelling, from what I could tell, is one of his very astute skills. And he's also creating, or they are creating, entire worlds through different forms of expression. Today we're gonna get in depth. We're going to have real conversation. And hopefully we can learn the process, the purpose, and the person behind the art. I give to you, Grip. Howdy. How you doing?
On camera. Hi. All right. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm okay.
Understood.
You know, brains. And
Dig it. I dig it. I dig it.
I've got one. It's chaotic.
I have my days. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It doesn't want to shut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually been dealing with a bout of insomnia for the last couple of weeks, so that's
Oh
got me
man,
extra fuzzy. But other than that, I'm all right.
that's always fun. But through it all, you still showed, and you're here, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. You come highly recommended. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a pleasure. And for
Do my
once, it's
best to live
something,
up.
you know, like this is not different. It's just I've never had someone on my platform who's done almost everything. Well, it seems like everything. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
would you just start off with maybe where did you get your name from? I'm kind of
Yeah. I mean that's the short answer is I made it the fuck up for myself.
okay, cool.
Slightly longer answer is I made it the fuck up for myself when I was, in like middle school, high school. I think that even then I was drawn to the multiplicity of it. A lot of the times when people ask me about my name, they have guesses. They're like, is it gripping something? Is it grip the cold? Is it a grip of money? And the answer is it's like all of those things. Like I liked that it was versatile.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it
And then
kind of describe
the
you?
sir I added just because there's other people
Okay, it's
try to
sir.
use that name.
Okay,
Sir, it's a
okay,
title.
okay. Gotcha.
Dr.
Yeah,
Dre
see,
cousin Stiz Sir Grip.
for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
'cause I want I'm learning and getting
No, you
into it
good.
as well. You know what I mean? So,
You good.
and I always want to
I confuse
make you
people on
feel
purpose. Like
ah
like
okay.
like
So
pushing people off guard is part of the brand. Like I don't ever really want people to approach me
no, you
thinking that they know what they're gonna get, like expecting normality, because that's not what you're gonna get from me. So
okay. Oh no. Well, then you fit in just fine then. Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right. Let's start with a
Wait,
few questions.
before we
What's up?
go even a second further,
Go ahead.
is it against the rules to smoke on here?
Oh no. I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
not at
okay.
all.
Okay.
Please, by all means. I
Okay,
have
just want
to.
to check. Just
Yeah.
want to check. I don't know if you have an age limit for your viewers, parental discretion.
We'll just throw it out there. 21 or
Okay.
older, you know what I mean?
Okay.
To consume or participate in said things,
Yeah.
medicinal
It's
herbs
very,
and things.
very, very bad for your brain,
Hmm.
particularly before it has done growing. But
Exactly. So wait till you're 25, like most people.
facts.
You know what I mean? No rush.
Hey.
Um, I've watched, a few. Well, I watched your disconnected performance.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
I just wanted to ask, what first pulled you towards spoken word?
Sure. So I started writing poetry and rap again when I was like very, very young. I am autistic. It was a lot more forward when I was younger.
Okay.
And so I started creating just as like an outlet for that. And then I got like pulled into performance spaces, and through performance spaces, like sort of learned how to present myself, learned how to express what I was trying to express. And so that's the short answer. I started rapping before I started doing performance poetry, but I mean, there's no one answer to any of these questions. But I think that part of it was that hip hop spaces are very, very masculine a lot of the times, and I
Sure.
really didn't want to have to be elbowing people to get to the mic. That's not who I am.
Okay.
And so poetry spaces are less that. Poetry spaces are a lot more like, here's the
Intimate.
competition, sign up, you got your slot, and
Hmm.
then everybody gets to be heard. It's more egalitarian, and so I've been doing that for, what is it? I guess 18 years now. Ugh! My
Whoa. Okay. So
yeah,
you've
my
been in the game
first
for a while.
my first poetry team was 2008. So yeah,
Say okay. All right. So you've been doing this for a minute, like
yeah, for a very, very long
established.
time.
Okay. Um, do you remember the first poem you ever performed
Oh,
publicly?
the very first one, no. I remember that. Okay, well, let me start by saying this. When I was in college, I had this poem that was like sort of a breakup poem that was really, really like loud and angry, like screaming, yelling, being very, very big is a very reliable way to control a room, control a crowd. And I discovered that first. And so I had this poem that was like, you really broke my heart when you left. And I only have one thing to say to you. I hate you. I'm going to kill you. And that was like one of the first ones that like started landing again, not even because it was like particularly well written, just because that's memorable to see on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that was. I mean, I'm certain that was not my literal first one, but something,
It was
something
the
like that.
one you kind of go to as you remember, like when you remember your first
Yeah,
few, I guess you would
yeah,
say.
like that was at the beginning of the career, man. Also, just let me start by saying also, please cut me off because I will talk. I will
Oh
talk. I
no.
have stories all night, so
Oh, this is what is, this is what I like, I rather have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
let the people know who, you
Yeah,
are from your own words, you know what I mean? You
yeah.
don't need a Hollywood E story to tell it for you type situation.
Okay. I think there's somebody
Um,
in the chat, so hi. I can only kind of see the screen, so
let me see. I think it's, oh, Jay Fate, what's up? Okay. Fellow thread DN, I guess you could say that.
hello.
Shows a major love most
Thank
times,
you for
well, all the time.
coming.
Um, Let me see. Where I'm trying to get into the nitty gritty of this. Um,
I had so this is the story that made me stop to say that, but I had this mentor when I was in Atlanta. Her name is Teresa Davis. She's like an OG slam poet, and she came. I went to Morehouse for college, and she came and like judged slam competition they were having at Morehouse, and I was like, I really want to get into this. How do I get into the slams? And she's like, well, you come to our venue, blah blah blah. And then right after that happened, I like left for a co-op semester, and I like lived in Utah for about 6 months, 7 months, and I was on their slam team in Salt Lake City. And so then the next time I saw her was at the national competition when we were competing against her. And she was like, "Damn, I just told you how to get involved, and now here you are."
but I mean, you took it and ran with it. Like that's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing. Like
yeah, and here I am, 20 years later.
I mean, you
Which,
still love what you do, of course. You know what I mean?
of course, I wouldn't do it if I didn't. And quite
Um,
the contrary, I have done a lot of stuff that I didn't love and left it. And so, like I was in, my day job was corporate America for a long time, and I just that shit'll eat your soul. Like we had
ye-
a poet at our mic recently who was saying like, you can get through your 20s, you can either have money or you can have sanity, because if you try to have money, the money will drive you insane. Trying to make money will drive you insane. And so I did make money in my 20s, but here I am insane, you know?
Yeah, I can understand that completely. Like, I don't know. I think that's a crossroad like we all kind of face at some point. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, do you want to be happy or do you want to be kind of like the whole pre-planned life or
Yeah.
pre-cut situation? And it's like for some it's cool, but for a lot of people, mostly creatives, I feel like that's not the move. It may be for a little
Yeah.
while, you know?
Yeah. I mean, art is, or at least it can be a product. And like the, the process of profiting, the process of exploiting a product is pretty much the same, irrespective of what the product is. But when it's something you care about, like your art, your expression, that gets hard because then you have this pull between what would make it sell, what would make it accessible, and what makes it useful to me. And so there's like, I don't know. I believe really strongly in the power of creation and the power of art and the power of like expression to like heal people. And I point back at Audre Lorde, who's like on the shelf behind me, saying silence the language to action. You know, like you have to be able to express what's going on, what you need before you can start moving to make it reality for yourself. And so that's really, really important. But doing that isn't always the same as recording the song that will sell. Like a lot of times the song that will sell is kind of lowest common denominator. And like
Yeah.
I
It's
have
something
this
you wouldn't
track.
have to try at.
Yeah, and it's not even that it's bad. It's just that it has to be broadly accessible to be broadly popular. And so I have this song that I produced, I guess last year, 2 years, I don't remember, called More Than Anything. All of it is called More Than Anything, and the lyrics are literally just "I love you more than anything," and I handed it off to a singer to sing, and that song to me was, it's like almost sarcastic, you know, like this is me iterating on that thought, is like what is everybody going to be able to relate to? And the answer to that question is a really simple emotion, but driven to the far edge. I love you more than everything in the world. And like people who like know me in real life know that's not me.
Okay,
Like
for sure.
I'm not like I'm very precise with my words. So even the people that I love, I'm not gonna lie to them and be like, "There's nothing in the world that matters more to me." Like no, like
You
we can
can
have a
really
conversation.
take your word to the
Yeah, and
bank.
so like that kind of song to me is like it's not a bad song. I really like it.
No,
I'm very proud of what I created, but it's also like at its core an attempt to make a
try.
piece of media, a piece of art. Like that's what drove it. And it's like sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's discovering myself. So
Okay.
I don't know.
What
I don't
usually
know.
comes first for you? Emotion, story, or the beat in your head?
Oh, the beat.
Okay.
No, no, no. That's not the answer to the question. I just wasn't even
Oh.
expecting that to be one of the options. I mean, I don't think that there's a thing that usually comes first. My art at this point is much less. Let me also just say I'm bipolar, which is like
Me too.
shout out.
Hashtag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is like it's like a complication of my autism, kind of. Like I feel like that the core that was the primary pathology, and then being in a world that I was maladapted to, or was maladapted to me, caused all these other things. And so now my eating is disordered, and now I'm bipolar, and now I'm blah, blah, blah. And so for a long time, being bipolar drove my art because I would get hypomanic and I would just stay up for 2 days and write and create.
Completely.
And now, being a little bit older and a little bit more stable, my art is much more like process based. And so I have, 6 piles of stuff, and like every day I'm going to move this one off, and I'm going to move this one off, and I'm going to move this one off. And so it doesn't really start anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say with that. Like actually, okay. Let me look at it this way. Last year, I put out a poetry album,
Okay.
And a lot of those are poems that I'd written in other contexts, written for competitions, written when I was thinking about a book, written for this contest, whatever. And I was just like, they need to be recorded somewhere. Like that's a
Okay.
piece of my art that isn't like available, and particularly as I start the DATALEAK stuff, which I assume we'll get to. I wanted there to be like, I wanted there to be an expression of me ready when somebody came looking for it. And so I found some beats and I recorded that album and I put it out into the world. And so that one was very like afterthought to the pieces of it.
Okay.
Whereas I
Kind
have
of at the
this
core
other,
already.
I guess you know, as I'm about to tell the second story, I guess what I'm saying is I like create a lot and write a lot and think a lot about myself as a person just because it's important to me. Like I'm here with me
Okay.
every day, and so understanding what's going on is important. It matters. But the stuff that ends up out in the world is usually that filtered through like a lens of the thing we were just talking about, like what would actually
Okay.
land on people today. And
Kind of
so
like the business part of it versus just
I mean the business part certainly, but not even that. Just when I'm writing for myself, I'm writing for myself. I'm like trying to ask
no
myself
filter.
questions that I need answers to, and then figure them out.
Oh,
Whereas
okay.
when I'm putting something out into the world, it has to include a thought of the audience. It
Who
has
is
to
going to
be
land to?
exactly. And so yeah, so I did that with the poetry, and then the other thing I was going to say was I wrote a play last year, which uh, I've been volunteering at the local theater, and they have a new work series, and I was like, oh, what play could go up here? And then like I sat down and wrote scenes for that, and so it's like not that the work doesn't contain truth about me, but it's that that the truths that it contains about me are the ones that will land on paper or land on the recording. I don't know.
Um,
Definitely
is it
words.
easy for you to is it easy for you to write like plays and screenplays
I
so
mean,
easily?
what is easy? Like, no, it's not
Well,
easy,
yeah.
but it's also like I'm not intimidated by it anymore. Like I
Oh,
deal
okay.
with a lot of new writers who like that's like you have to be able to dump 3 pages of words at any given time, and like that's not even like that doesn't it doesn't seem challenging to me, and it doesn't seem to me like it should challenge anyone else because we are all producing words and thoughts all the time. We're doing it
You just have to
literally
you just
right
have to
now.
capture
And
them pretty much.
yeah, and so like I
Okay.
get up on stage. I get up on stage now. I host our slam, and just like make a thing up every single week. Every single week, you know. Like here's what's been on my mind this week, and I talk about it for 3 minutes. And I'm like, I feel like the hang up then that most people have is not that they can't produce a thing. They not can't create a thing. They not can't. It's not that they can't like generate the words. It's that they don't think that they matter, and so they're afraid to. Like, what if I put it down and it's stupid? And so yeah,
Okay.
I'm like a very big create it first and then make it good after person. Like so, no, it's
Okay.
not easy. It's not easy,
No,
but
by a
most
long
writing is
shot, right?
editing. Most writing is editing, and so like yeah, I don't know. A lot of the time, I have
Did you go to
uh
school for that,
uh. So
or like a minor?
my degrees are in computer science.
Oh,
My
bro.
degrees are in computer science, which is sort of where the data leak stuff comes in. Like I've been building this streaming site to support it as like part of the business effort. I was in
Nice.
screenwriting school for like 6 months from 2019 to 2020, and then COVID happened and I left. I was in New York. And so, not really. Like, I've taken some classes. I don't have a degree in it. But also, like, part of the reason I left the school was, like, I didn't like New York felt impermissible at the time, but also I realized I just didn't need them. Like
You kind of
the
outgrew the situation in a way.
yeah, like the
Oh, you
amount
learning all
of
you need to learn. Type.
the amount of effort that I was expending managing the institutional expectations, managing what the college needed of me was more than I was spending on my work, on my writing. And so I was like, well, if that's going to be the case, then I'll just go write it by myself. Like I know writers, I can get edits. That's not the issue. And so, and it's also like art is just not usually one of the fields where you like need a credential to do it. Like they won't let you be a dentist unless you have a dental degree, but that's not the
Right.
case with screenwriting. And so, yeah. Like I feel like sometimes certainly the institution I was in, sometimes the institutions can help with that thing. Like they know a producer at that place, and so they can hook you up with them, and that's like an access that you wouldn't have otherwise. But as far as the art, like they weren't teaching art; they were teaching technique. They were teaching what the writer on a Netflix show is going to expect of you as a lackey when you show up, which is like not my interest. Like I said, I literally said, like when you just go, I want to be a screenwriter, and you go on Google and go, how do I be a screenwriter? The literal first thing is you have to move to LA. That's where movies happen. If you want to do that thing, you have to move to LA. And I looked at that and I went, but I'm not moving to LA. Like I don't.
You kind of made your
LA.
own lane.
Yeah, like I don't want to be in LA, and so that's not a real plan to me. I still think I can do the thing that I want to do, but that's not a real plan. And so that's I don't know. Like I said, I just ramble. But it's the kind of I think where like the thing you're talking about comes from for people that like I feel enigmatic, and it's really just that. It's like I was never sacrificable at any point in my story. Like I looked at it and I said, no. I want my thing first, and then we can talk about all the other stuff.
Yeah, I did. See, that makes a lot more sense. But I feel like a lot of artists or creatives kind of take the same route as everyone else because they feel like it's going to work, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you.
Everybody else does. You're going to get the same results everybody else gets, man.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like
I get it, but that feels like playing the lottery to me. I'm like I read at some point that relative to the size, relative to the number of people trying to do it, you're more likely to get into the NFL than the Writers Guild.
Damn.
Yeah, like it's a.
Well,
it's a lottery. It's a lottery. It's a big click. What?
That's gonna kill him. Well, I'm not gonna.
No, I shouldn't though. I mean, no, I'm still trying too. Look, I tell people my life goal, my goals are structured around EGOTing. I'm trying to be in multiple different genres, multiple different media, and so I have projects that are like on all of those paths hypothetically, but I'm not moving to LA. Like I'm not doing that. And so if it's going to happen, it needs to be a path to happening that doesn't go through LA, which like is a constraint. It's a constraint. Like that to me implies then I'm probably producing or I'm probably writing or I'm probably, you know, like I'm
We're not
or
giving
like,
your ideas
or like another,
necessarily.
Yeah, well, or like another thing that me and some of my friends talk about is like servicing the industry. And so like I can put out the albums that I need to put out, but then also you could end up with a Grammy because you did the string section on that one song on the album that won it.
And just didn't expect anything from it. It was a favor type situation.
Yeah, and like particularly I think as I'm like getting older, I feel less like it has to be the Sir Gripp show starring Sir Gripp. Like I'm more comfortable like collaborating and being a participant and like I don't know. Anyway.
No, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. Because like even me, like I was scared to really put myself out when I started making beats because I figured everybody like, you're a rapper. I used to rap. I did. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to contribute to the BS that we have in rap. You know what I mean?
So you thought you was a BS rapper?
Yeah, like I didn't want to shoot them up, bang, bang the whole time. And then when I actually show my like true side or like how I really feel about a situation, there's my whole demographic and audience gone because they expect it.
That's interesting. Yeah, that is really, really hard. I'm very much not a gangster rapper, and I don't know what have you listened to? Like the album I'm in the middle of prepping, I feel like I sent you got a couple of the samples of it, but I don't know. But the album that I'm in the middle of prepping kind of like leans harder into this, and so it like breaks a lot of the conventions of hip hop, and I don't mean that even just like topically, although certainly that, but like expectation. I don't know. Like I guess what I'm really trying to say is like I'm fascinated with time signatures, and almost all hip hop is in 4/4 and 6/8.
Okay.
Period. And so a lot of the new songs challenge that. A lot of the new songs don't have steady beats or are like pseudo poetry, or half of them literally don't have a drum track, like they're fully melodic. And like,
Okay.
yeah, and so like it's
Okay.
still, I have trouble, like I have like trouble even, you know, expressing a genre for it because of that, because it's hip hop certainly, it's rap certainly, but also if
But
you compared it to, I don't know, who am I name dropping right now?
stereotypical,
Yeah, if you compared it
stereotypical.
to GNX, like it's not gonna sound like that. It's not gonna
Right.
sound like that.
That's how I
But I don't
feel
know.
about. Yeah, we agree then, because it's like
I
with beats, I do the same thing. I don't. Okay, you're gonna know it's a trap beat, but you
Yeah.
didn't think I would put it with dubstep and jazz. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's really interesting. Genre crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't fit in a lane type
Yeah.
situation.
One of my friends said to me once, the point of art is to make a feeling tangible. The point of art is to make a feeling tangible. And so that's where I feel like I try to create from. It's like, again, like what am I asking myself about myself? What am I trying to express? What of me does this make? What of me does this communicate that was uncommunicated before? And if you're doing that, like nobody has to like it but you. Nobody has to like it
Yeah.
but you and whoever you're trying to sell it to.
But then even then, it's like I don't
It's
know.
just the pull.
It's hard to. I don't know. Like I guess that's
This
my
is the push
issue.
and pull.
The business of it, like selling myself. Like,
It's the push and
hey,
pull.
like I do this. You know what I
It's a
mean? Like,
dialectic. It's a
it's
dialectic. Like they both exist at the same time. They're mutually
uh
exclusive, and you need them both. But yeah, so DataLeak multi.media. Please go to the website. It's a beta. It's in beta right now. Building a streaming service.
from
It's
scratch,
from scratch, family. I built it in JavaScript.
bro.
It's self-hosted. The computers that it's on are in my house, man. It's not on
I,
Amazon.
like I'm
It's not on
transitioning into
Amazon.
cybersecurity. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
when I started hearing coding and
I
yeah,
told you. These are my actual degrees. That's why I'm like, how do I make a business out of it? Oh, it's actually just a tech business. Like it's just a
yeah,
startup,
yeah.
but it's a startup with my music in the middle of it. So
I mean, it all works though. It kind of all ties in together. You know what I mean? Even though
yeah,
you didn't think it would. You know what I mean? But
vertical integration.
facts.
So
It's okay. Well,
yeah,
okay. I have a
yeah. I'm
question
sorry. You got a
now
main
because
question. Go.
you like like the computer science thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how would you market you if you didn't have your degree?
I don't even know how to market me with my degree. How would I
You do a
market
damn good
me if I
job
didn't have my degree?
without the tech background, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I would probably lean harder into the theater lane. I'm like sort of starting to discover that already. Uh, like for a minute there, it did feel like I could have won the lottery. Like it felt like at the time when like J. Cole and Drake were debuting, there was like a spot for that, or like Little Brother. Like there was like a
Mm-mm.
spot for that, but the landscape has changed. You know, the landscape has changed,
Yeah, definitely.
and so now I'm like, I don't know, how would I market a 40-year-old nerdcore rapper? Like the way I'm doing it, man. Podcast.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. It's just I guess that was for more for me because it's like
Hmm.
I don't know. Like what you see is what you get. Like that's kind of like my
Yeah,
thing. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
don't have like a
I
strategy.
again, I feel like the with capitalism, the product is supposed to be sort of fungible. It's supposed to be sort of made up, and so. Like the answer really is like you market anything else. You put ads out for it, like, and that's I think that's like what one of the main pushes with Data Leak was when I started being like, okay, let me make my art my job, and like I
Mm,
made an album and put it on Spotify, and then like I ran some ads for it, and like I tried one of those services that are like get you playlisted,
mm-hmm.
and it
Ah,
totally
God.
worked. I got put on a playlist, and 100,000 people heard the thing, but it didn't matter because who cares? Like Spotify pays you 2 cents less than 2 cents a
Tell the
stream,
truth.
and so 100,000 streams translated nothing. And so I got to that point, and I was like, okay, so just people hearing it isn't even the whole goal. the people hearing it
Facts.
has to translate into revenue. And
Right.
so that's what DataLeak is for me. Is like, yeah, I built a site so that when I do that, when I run an ad, there's somewhere you can put your credit card in and pay me. And so, like, I guess
You,
that's the answer is like, yeah, I don't know, like, where's the revenue coming from? And that is really the part that I struggle with. I'm a great artist. I love being free and creating and like, but yeah, I'm bad at that. And like, part of the reason I'm bad at it is because I sort of just expected that to fall from the sky. Like, I sort of expected,
you're not the only one.
yeah, like I sort of
You're
just
not the only
expected
one.
the art to be good enough that somebody else would be like, let me market it for you. But
Yeah, like let me throw this up for you and repost it a
yeah,
million times. It's like,
yeah, but
oh,
you know. Like I say, it's a
you,
lottery. It's a lottery. I was thinking the other day about how like little things on the internet get your hopes way, way up. Like somebody leave a comment on my music video, like, damn, this shit dope. And I'm like, somebody's feeling it. I should never give this up. It makes me feel like I could win the lottery. And then I was thinking about how many comments I just know on the internet are bots and getting really paranoid, just sitting around smoking like, yo, I bet Mark Zuckerberg pays the bots to leave good comments, so I keep doing this and I never give up and start a revolution.
on, it can go
I
that
couldn't
deep.
tell. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if I was being smart or dumb. But
No, no.
yeah, so I'm like, it just feels like a lottery to me. Everybody feels like they can win that, and they profit off us feeling like we could do that. But also, I need to make art, so
Yeah, it's like it's hard when you actually love doing what you do. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like you can't just get up and have a normal day if you're a creative or artist. I feel like without expressing it some kind of way, whether
yeah.
it's financial or not.
I mean, oh, certainly not. Like, I don't know, high as a motherfucker. Okay, nah. I mean, like, yeah, like like I was saying earlier, everything feels like creation to me. Like this is an act of creation. We're creating a podcast. Like people get up and talk all the time, and so like, yeah, I don't know. I get hung up. I'm like, I just don't know why. I can't imagine a world in which I didn't do that.
But you're rare, to be honest. Like I can say it's three people that come to mind if I had to think like that, and like
Really?
it'll be you and Gris will be two. To be honest,
I mean, Gristle. But wait,
you
wait,
know
wait.
what I
I'm
mean?
so confused. What is the selector? There's three people who come to mind when you think of what?
Um, people who I feel like create and it's genuinely them. Like it's
Ooh.
not like I have to put a project out. I have this, you know what I mean? Like I
Oh,
guess
that's
the career
interesting.
part. It's more so like I create because it's a me thing. And you just happen to like it. You know what I mean?
That's really interesting. You're saying that for most people, it's affected. The creation is to have the product we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That hurts my
And once they
feelings.
find that product, they just keep, you know what I'm saying?
That hurts my
Final.
feelings. No, but I was thinking that too because like there's a lot of artists I think, especially in hip hop, because for a minute there it was like like scammers were like moths to the light. Like it felt like there's money there, but there's a lot of artists who, whatever their best album is, they just keep remaking it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's the same music, it's the same vibe, it's the same like, and they're like, there's new people who need that vibe, there's old people who want it again, and so why would I change it if it's working? And I just really don't feel like that.
Yeah,
Like the reason I would
it's
change it is I keep changing.
right.
Oh, I
It's
remember
not
thinking to
like an
myself,
evolution of me.
yeah, I remember thinking to myself, if you buy my album and know exactly what the fuck you're gonna get, why would you buy it?
It's like knowing the prize before you reach in a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah. So
It takes the fun
yeah, I
out
don't
of it.
know. Like I feel like the communities we're imagining, the people we're imagining when we talk about the act of creation are very, very different. The like human beings I'm around creating most are poets. Like I'm occasionally around a musician, occasionally around another rapper, but I'm mostly around poets. And those are people who don't have the thing we just talked about. Like very rarely does somebody go, "Ooh, through poetry, I'm going to make $1 million." Like
It's purely expressive.
occasionally there are people who are like obviously there are writers who are like trying to like get books published and like get but most of the time, most of the people who like just show up to the open mic are there because they're trying to figure out how to say something. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, like that's why that surprises me. Is I'm like, I know so many people like that who are like trying to trying to create for the sake of creation.
Could
But
you
yeah.
compare poetry and okay, actual stand-up comedy? Could you compare those two?
Oh, I mean, they're both people at a mic interacting with an audience, and I don't remember what there was like a really popular Netflix stand-up special a few years ago that was like not funny per se. It was like about somebody's assault or their trauma or something, and it was like good, but no, I didn't watch it. I'm like rehashing reviews. Like it
Right
was
on.
like good but difficult and frustrated people because it wasn't funny. Like stand-up comedy is usually like tightly packed, dense one-liners
Yeah.
for an hour.
Punchlines. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and poetry is not that. Like poetry is more like the former. It's more like short segments. People usually get 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and will tell a piece of themselves. But occasionally it is just stand-up comedy. Like people just get up there and tell jokes, or have like a story that's sort of funny. Or
Mhm.
it's very varied because there are very few rules. Like the rules are mostly like don't like play a song. Like you can't use instruments, you can't use props, but if you can do it with your body and convince the audience to like it for the next 5 minutes, then
Hmm.
yeah.
Because
But I host the what is the closest slam to the place in the middle of nowhere that I live. I host the slam and I get up every single time and say, this is like an absurd thing to do, like trying to compete with and rank people's art. Like that's nonsense. It's not, art doesn't work that way. And so like
it's not.
just
I can't.
just
How you feel? Like I can't.
yeah, like just
Yeah.
participate in the absurdity. Like the point of it is to like make you listen to these people's art for an hour. So
Think about something different other than probably
yeah.
scrolling. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. Don't get me started. Poetry. We're also this is so tangential, but the art poetry team is about to compete at a regional next week on next Friday, and I'm so excited. Like I'm
That's
so
dope.
excited.
Is this a first? Like your first team going to regional?
Definitely not mine. The venue has sent teams a couple of previous years, but this is the first time we had a team selection season and like rehearsed. And so yeah, but also like even putting that aside, again, I feel like the competition is absurd. You know? Like it measures something maybe, but that thing is not like any sort of artistic value.
I got you.
Like it's a
Oh,
bar game, you
you
can
know,
do it, but yeah, and so mostly it's just like it's just like the act of participating in creation, like we were talking about with these people. I'm like, I'm excited to do that. Like we're all gonna yell.
okay, do y'all ever come like to Louisiana at all?
Louisiana.
I mean, it's not
I
shit
mean,
big, but
I'm 100% certain there are slam poets in Louisiana. I have never been,
really,
although I have.
I
Yeah,
need to find out
I'm
because
100%
like
certain. I
I did
thought maybe I could
poetry
really see, but
interpretation.
oh,
Yeah, I think that's what it was
what is
called.
that?
Poetry interpretation. Yeah, I used to do it in high school. It's like I don't know, like
Yeah,
I
like
just want
somebody
to
else's
do
poems. Huh?
something around poetry than music.
I'm a
Yeah,
hundred.
like I
I'm a
used to do
100%
Langston
certain
Hughes a
slam
lot.
poetry. But yeah, I feel like I used to say, or I guess I still say, I'm saying right now that slam poetry is like AA in that any given city you go to, there's probably a slam happening that you can drop in on. And like we had a poet at our
Oh,
mic from Austin a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it's poop.
do y'all have to travel in order for like to compete, or is it like local, or it's a league?
There's yeah, I mean there's like venues in different cities, and so we have like
My bad.
other teams in the region that we're both friendly and rivals with, like some mix of both. Again, it's like sort of absurd, but we're in Troy, New York, which is like capital region near Albany, and so I think the next closest
Okay.
slam to us is in Rockland, which is like maybe 2 hours south, and then there's one east of me in Manchester, and then there's like one at the college in Amherst, and well, they're around.
Well, okay, it's familiar. Well, see, that's cool though because like here, you I don't know. Like I just never heard of it, so I thought I would ask you because like
Uh,
I assume you've done
I
it all.
mean,
You know what I mean? So it's
I
like it's
guess
just
I've
kind of
been doing
figuring
it a
that
long time,
out.
but like I said, it's like AA. Like you drop in, and there's somebody there who's willing to listen to you have a feeling.
I should try that. I
Okay.
definitely should try that. Because I was thinking about stand up comedy, but I was like, yeah,
Oh,
most of that
I've
wouldn't. I
never done
don't.
stand. That I've never done. I've written a lot of jokes, but I've never done that. I stayed them for the
I
page. It's weird.
I just feel like I'm gonna be heckled to death, so that's why I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna
That's
go
part of the
for
fun though. I'm sorry.
it.
I've definitely been booed. Like it's fine.
See, I don't know if I can take it on the chin just yet.
Why?
I don't know. Like
This
I'm
is
still worried about what people think I'm creating. So yeah,
uh,
yeah. I have a
yeah.
long way to go in my situation.
We say at the mic though, if you come enough times, you'll end up performing because eventually you'll see somebody on stage doing something and go, "Oh, I could have done that." So,
Yeah, that's kind of how I started making beats, and I got forced into it. Yeah,
yeah. What kind of beats you make? You said they're trap. They're like orchestral trap. Orchestral trap.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's just a mix of shit. It just depends on the day, to be honest. Like
Uh,
it. Like I said, I mix jazz and dubstep one day, then like I'm gospel house
that's awesome.
trap type. You know what I mean? The
That's
next, it's
awesome.
just I don't know how I feel that day.
This is a track on the album that's like it's about mental illness. It's about I don't I don't know if you ever okay. For those of you out there, there's this
Plug.
withdrawal symptom from SSRIs called brain zaps that sort of just feel like oh man, how do you even describe
Headaches on
it?
the left side of your head,
Like
like
it's
little.
just like a shock sort of. Like I
When I,
lose yeah, and so I get these when I'm coming off SSRIs, and there's a song on the album that's about that feeling that like cuts really suddenly back and forth between like three different beats, and so that's making me think of is like
kind of how it goes. I ain't gonna lie to
the
you.
feelings that exist on the lines between genres that make them related, like a through line. Smart as a dumb
'Cause
motherfucker.
I don't know, cause they always used to ask me, "What kind of beats do you make?" I'm like, I don't know, like
Mm.
shit, whatever you think. Like I
Do
mean,
people tell you that your beats sound like you? Like if you gave somebody a disc of 10 beats, and half of them are yours and half of them are not, could they pick out the five?
yeah, for sure.
So you have a sound.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just
Nope.
really unorthodox. Like I don't know. It's hard to
Uh,
explain. Like I don't know. Like some people want an intro first. I'll be like, man, no.
uh,
I'm probably just gonna start with like the hook, and then give you like a little bridge, and then you can start doing whatever you want to do.
I see. I see. So you edit them for a person.
Yeah, depending on like, yeah, it depends on
No.
if they like it straight off. No, it's kind of like I'm like, hey, do you like this? Do you want to use this? And if they say yeah, I'll be like, what do you not want in this beat?
I see. I
Is
see.
it
I see.
like the horns too loud, or do you need kind of a break, like a beat pause, so you can get
Mm.
your bars off, or whatever.
I see. I see. You adjust them.
Yeah, yeah, like a little temperature thing. You know what I mean? Ooh,
Okay.
I have a
You're kind of
question.
lagging though. Wait. Okay. Wait. You're kind of lagging though. So can I sign off and sign back on? See if I can fix it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Round two. Round two. Round two.
We good? All right.
Round two.
How we doing?
I'm all right. How are
Good.
you?
Oh, good. Um, What inspired the fainting game?
Oh God. Okay, so the Fainting Game is the title story of my book of screenplays. I wrote a series of shorts, and I'm gonna just synopsis it. Is that all right? Like if I just like
Do your thing.
do a
Yeah.
2 minute rendition of that. I literally don't even remember the character's name. But this little boy is like lives at home with his mom and his like dog, who I imagine is like a really peppy golden retriever.
Okay, I'm with you.
And he walks to school, and the dog follows him to school. And when he gets there, he sees this group of like slightly older kids playing what is called the fainting game. And this is a thing that I remember them doing when I was in middle school. It's like basically a way of making yourself hyperventilate and like lose oxygen to your head. And so it's like sort of a head rush, which is like close to a
Okay.
drug for a kid. And so, or at least it was before we had cell phones. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But so he sees them doing this, whatever. The dog is like with him at school. He maybe hangs out with the dog at lunch. The dog is like pawing at the window while he's in the class. And then he goes home and says something to his mom, like they maybe have dinner, and he says something about the dog, and the mom goes, "You don't have a dog. We can't afford one, I told you." And then the dog like vanishes, and the boy goes into the room, and you see him set up to do the fainting game, and then the end of the story is like him passing out. And so, yeah, that, by the way, I need to go back and check how close that was the actual script, because I have not read the story myself in a very long time. However, the answer to your question is being suicidal as a kid. Like, again, I am autistic, and like that ended up with a lot of comorbidities, one of which was being like constantly suicidal, very, very isolated and constantly suicidal. And yeah, I wrote that in 2018. I took a screenwriting class at the extension school at Emerson while I was in Boston, and
Man.
that was the first story I wrote in that class. That was the first story I wrote in that class, and
Shit.
then like the game over people were like at the poetry open mics, and so I got that book. That book popping through them. August. No, I was right the first time. April 20th. It's my release birthday.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
bad. That's not a bad release day.
Yeah. So I mean, that story is like dead kids. Dead kids appear in a lot of my work, because I was suicidal very, very young.
Did you? Well, okay. I was going to say, did you have like a friend? Like
I
my
mean,
daughter had a friend when she was.
no, I mean, yeah, like there were human beings around. I wasn't being like, I don't know. It's really difficult, I think, because as like a disabled kid, the line between a friend and a bully who is lying to you about being a friend because they like making fun of you is kind of small. and
Okay.
and in both directions, to be fair, like because I also didn't fully comprehend socialization in that way. I think that some of my behavior ended up being like a reflection of that from other people, and so I wasn't no like I wasn't alone. I had friends, but like the way that information flowed between people was was impossible for me to keep up with. Like I couldn't have done it. I didn't do it, and yeah, I don't know. I was
It's
suicidal
easy
very
to
young.
be like,
I'm
hey,
like okay
I'm
now. I'm like pretty okay now, but yeah. So dead kids appear in my work a lot. I think just because like of that, because it's like very personal, and then also because I know them as a reliable way to shock people.
okay. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's not bad though. No, I just want to see like, was it coming from something? You know, like what you
Yeah,
told
it
me in your
definitely is coming from
childhood.
something.
You
It's
know
all
what I'm
coming from something. I think that the thing we were saying earlier holds, right? Like I arrived at that class at Emerson with thinking about this story, thinking about this thing that they used to do, and thinking about my childhood and thinking about my sadness. And then the professor said, okay, we're going to write a story in this form. And now I had an excuse to write it. And so, like, the things that I was working out matter to me. The things that ended up on the page are the ones that matter to somebody else reading it.
So did it help you
Yeah,
heal?
like it's all
In a
important.
way? Like it
What?
helped you heal? Like did
Yeah, I mean, like the process does. I don't know about that piece specifically, but like the
okay.
process of like creating constantly helps me heal, certainly, because it makes my feelings tangible, which is like I think what is. Oh, we're doing like therapy here, which I think what's hard about being was difficult about being autistic was that it was hard for me to hear anything that was not said directly and literally, and almost nothing gets
No
communicated that way.
read between the line type
Yeah,
situation?
like not that I couldn't. It's just that I was bad at it and did it incorrectly and in ways that people didn't expect. And I also wasn't secure enough then to just like stand in what I was thinking about. You know, like I was a kid, and so
For
like
sure.
whereas now I can be like, yeah, I don't understand that. Could you explain it? Wait, are you saying this? Can you just tell me directly? Like I didn't have that skill yet, and
It's kind
so
of like you're still moldable as a child, but like
yeah,
now you're more
yeah, but
solidified in who you are and
right. So
things
what
like
I'm
that.
saying is art is a coping mechanism, right? Like I use it to
Hmm.
create a thing that does what's missing. It makes the feeling tangible. It makes me able to speak about it.
And sometimes you have to see it for yourself, even when you
Yeah.
can't put a name on it. So maybe that
Yeah.
helps.
Like yeah, it doesn't it I don't know. It's not that it doesn't exist before you put a name on it. It's that it's not in the world. Like you're fully holding it, and so like giving it shape is like creating it into an other that you can comment on. I'm
Nah,
trying to.
I got you.
I
I
know a
got
lot of words. I know a lot of words. Can I ask this?
you. What's up?
Does having this conversation with me contextualize my internet presence? Like, do I make more sense on Twitter? Twitter now that you talked to me?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that was a no.
Yes.
That was.
Not yes and no. Because like I didn't know what to expect from you. Because it was like it's not like when you look you up, I couldn't find like just like like you're everywhere, but it's like it's specific. You know what I'm saying? Like you can find me if you know where to look type situation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, kind
it
of.
was, and it seemed like it was kind of like all past stuff. It's nothing like current, if that makes sense.
It does, but why does it feel like that? There's everything current.
Because
So I haven't actually released any music this year, but there's a new album coming. Please follow me on everything. I'm on
yeah,
Instagram as Sir Grip. I'm on Threads as Sir Grip. I am on YouTube as Sir Grip. And more importantly, DATALEAK Put your email in there so that I will email you when the new album comes out.
okay, so you got
It
like
will
a
be
newsletter
streaming. It
going.
will not be on Spotify because why would I do that to myself?
You find a way
Sorry.
around that shit. Do you use
Yeah.
anything else, or do you do it all yourself? Like
I
format to, I
mean,
mean, platform to platform.
I don't know. Like I try to look at social media as billboards, as billboards.
Advertisement, not a life
Yeah,
thing.
like
Right.
they're
Okay.
that's what they're for is to like put a link to the product in somebody's face.
You can see it over and over again.
Yeah, which like I only really do that on Instagram. I've done it a little bit on YouTube, depending on when I have like video content to push.
Do you decide that yourself?
Threads is just my diary.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Tumblr is the parts of my diary I wouldn't show at a party. That's the sexual parts.
Say
Sir
less.
Grip. And yeah, like follow it. The music is very, very good. If I do say so myself, but it's just
For
weird,
sure.
you know? Like it does the thing that I was talking about earlier with the time signatures that just like I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. You know it's
Strawberry
weird when
blunt.
I'm saying it's weird. Hmm?
Strawberry blunt.
Oh, that's a good one. That's another song that I'm like, this is just an earworm.
Okay.
Everybody gets smoking and sex.
I like
That's a
it.
fun one. That's a fun one.
I like that.
Yeah, I was doing this. That's from the The other song I was talking about earlier, more than anything, the love song.
Mm-hmm.
That one, the love song, and the cocaine song came out, which were producer tracks. Like I was not the performing artist. I just wrote the song, produced it. Strawberry Blunt, Will They Sway? That's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day. Okay. Well, damn. Like, okay. So, how does it work with you? Like, that just blew my fucking mind a little bit. Okay.
Why?
So, you're sometimes just somewhere around, like, you may be a producer on this song or like
Yeah.
writer on this one or ghostwriter another. But do you ever just do it all yourself type situation?
All of it is all myself. I'm not. Don't know if I'm understanding the question. Like,
Okay, let me see if I can
all
reword this.
my process is slow as steady and steady as fast, and so I very much just like have like 6 things that I'm vaguely working toward at any given time. And one of them is the website, and one of them, again, my Delulu says EGOT. The lottery I'm trying to hit is EGOT. And so one of them is the Grammy, and that's the album I'm about to release. And one of them is the Tony, and that's the play I've been working on. And one of them is the Emmy, and we're producing this short film over here. And one of them is what's the other one? The Oscar. Okay, so the Oscar is a short film, and then the Emmy is the web series. Right? And so like the hitting those targets, that feels like a lottery to me. But the thought of it structures the process, and then that's how I end up in a bunch of different places, because that year the Grammy Project was producing these songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is not like just it's not a one-time thing. It's more like this is my life every day. Like
literally, I'd be hanging out playing piano.
Shit.
My friends, my friends left my place on Friday, having seen it for the first time, and said, "Oh, you're a mad scientist." Yeah, that's what I've been saying, y'all.
It's like sometimes it's just hard for people to believe it. Like it's like I'm telling you, but then it's like, oh, okay, yeah. But that's kind of okay. That's how it was for me. Okay, like
tell me,
I can only get so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I try to like gather so much to like get a basis of who you are. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until the interview and we spoke, you know what I mean, and started conversing, and I was like, okay, all right.
I kind of feel like that's working though. Like I don't really understand exactly how people get enigmatic, mysterious from my web presence, because I feel like I drastically overshare. But that is what I hear. Like when you read my bio, they're like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, no, it's not. I wouldn't say that. It's like there is a mystery to it. Like it's just kind of like you want to know more. Like it's like okay, now
DATALEAK multimedia. I'm building it myself. It's an ad.
There you go. You got to plug it. You know what I mean? Like that, I feel like even that in itself, like that's kind of innovative. If you ask me, like.
I'm trying so hard.
You know what I mean? Because it's like it's easy to go up under someone else's system, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or someone else's design.
It's just coordination of people, which again is the part I really, really struggle with. You know, like with slam poetry, I can do it myself often. You know, like for a long time. My practice was this, like I pace in a circle, and at the end of it I have a poem. But that's not the case with larger, even actually hip hop in like a really condensed form is intended to be that kind of art, like that you could do, you and maybe one other guy, because we're organizing these machines doing it. And past that, like even a slightly more complicated hip hop album, that's not the case. Certainly not a film, certainly not a play. And so part of producing something, part of like caring about this play getting made, is convincing people and organizing people and requesting things from people, and that's the social stuff that I just had to struggle with.
Gotcha. It's
Yeah. Like,
It's
I
the
could sit
kind
around here and write all day. That's no problem. Like, I'll dump a million words on the page. It doesn't matter. We'll edit it later.
but it's like maybe the meetings and this like
Yeah.
talking to this person
And that's directly
lunch
my
date.
job. This is like a discovery that I sort of made when I started doing screenplays, because I was like, I really like these stories and I would love for them to get made. Who do I give them to? Who do I give them to? That director is writing their own script. They already care. So that made me a producer. Like, now I'm a producer because I care if this film gets made, and that's what the producer is, the guy who like calls everybody until it gets made.
See, I never understood it. You know, you see the title, but you don't really know what it
Like
entails.
that's to me. I think that this is a word that has a different meaning in hip hop specifically. Like, a hip hop producer is often just the guy who made the beat, and then like everything else is done by a slew of engineers and like the lead artist. And
Okay.
that I think arrived with hip hop because before that, recorded music was mostly a band in a room together, or instrumentalists playing with each other's like on top of each other's takes, and so the producer was the person organizing them. Like, the producer was the person whose job it was to make sure the budget was lining up, to make sure that the people all were at the building the right day. And
At the same time.
Yeah, and like I sat down with the people at the theater to start talking about producing theater, and they were like, well, have you ever produced play? No, I don't know anything about it. And then I sat with them for like 3 meetings and realized that it's literally everything in this production process that is generalized. And whatever piece of media you're creating, the production process is ask all the questions about how it gets done and then start answering them. Like, what stage are we going to put it on? And then answer that question. Who's going to act in it? And then answer that question. Like,
and break it down into bits, but it ultimately becomes the whole
like,
product.
Yeah, so
I
I just do that in different contexts. I do that over there, and we end up with a song. I do that over there, and we end up with a play.
It's the same, but it looks different. I guess. Does that make sense? Like, you do the same thing in each facet, but it's just a little bit different how you go about it, possibly.
Yeah. I really, really loathe that part of it. I'm not going to lie. I would so much rather just write, but.
Are you do you do the networking type situation? Or that's still it's like sometimes.
Like, kinda. Like, I was we debuted a short film in June last year, June 2025. And that was at Rock's Film in Boston, and so like me and the director of that popped up, and we watched our short screened. We watched our short screened, and like hung out, and so yeah, like we shook hands. We know some people, but the networking is having worked with that person, and so I don't know. Like, you can't not network. Like, they're your coworkers, right?
You've been seeing the same person throughout this whole project, so it's kind of like. And this comes with
not even seeing her on the low. Like, but a lot of email. Like, I feel like I've literally been in the same room with her 2 different days, and one of them was the shoot, and one of them was the premiere.
How long did it take you to shoot?
1 day. It's like 5 minutes long.
Oh,
we did a 1 day shoot in 2 different locations. We did a Airbnb, not an Airbnb, a peer space for like somebody's apartment. So we had like a bedroom set, and a peer space for like a bar, so that we had a set for the date, and it's 3 scenes.
Like, I don't know. I guess because I don't know. My brain doesn't work. Like, how would you do each scene? Then it's like you found a way to make it work in a day. Like,
yeah, they did. They taped up the windows.
I would die.
This is the thing, though. I didn't think of any of that. Like, it was I'm the producer, so I had to rent the place. I had to make sure everybody's coordinated, who's doing what job. And then I got there and I was like, oh shit, the windows, this is the daytime. And they were like, no, never mind. And they all had already solved it, because that's not my job. That's their job. They're the film people. My job was just make sure everybody got here. So by the time the set day happened, I was done, man. I was hanging out. I
Oh,
have
you just
nothing to
watching
do
it
all
come
day.
together.
But okay, so to track the process, this is like, oh man, I saw the like PBS documentary on the making of Hamilton, and it took 6 years. Like from the first bars he wrote to it
Mhm.
like debuting on Broadway, 6 full years. And so I think about that: slow and steady, steady as fast. Like do it a little bit every day, and then 6 years will have passed. And so the idea for a new treasure, I first had when I was in Boston in 2016 because I had this friend who had like all of these like little knickknacks all over her house, and I had like that first idea of them being like souls. And as I started writing screenplays in the next few years, I started conceptualizing it in like that 3-part movement as a short film. Like again, the target you're shooting for if you're trying to be at a film festival is like 3 to 5 minutes. Occasionally they'll accept a 45-minute short. Occasionally they'll accept a 25-minute short, but most of them are 4 to 5 minutes. So that's what you're shooting for. One. And so I
Jesus.
started conceptualizing it as these 3 scenes: before the date, and after the date, and wrote it into a script. And now
Okay.
the script is slightly after the book comes out, so 2021 maybe. And I'm talking to Crystal in a Black Film Twitter group chat. And I just say that in the group chat, like I'm looking for somebody to shoot this with. And Crystal reached out, and I said, well, if you want the job, it's yours. Like it's an indie production, so if you're on board, let's do it. And
Okay.
then we did. We planned for 2 years, and the next thing I know, it's 2025, and we're premiering.
Ma-
Like
Okay.
that's a 10 year gap I just described, right? 2016 to 2025.
And not a lot of people willing to put in that time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It doesn't sound that crazy until I say it out loud.
Because but you've been like you said, you've been
I mean, I'm
working, but
40 is like the real thing. It's like not. I like yes, I have been working, but also I've had a lot of time to work on it. But yeah, that's crazy. I was really sitting on that idea for 10 years,
do you
waiting for
think
it
it
to
was
hatch.
like were you do you think some things had to align and you just had to like just
Of
sit back and go
course,
with the flow?
of course. Like
Never try to force it.
it couldn't have happened except the way it happened.
Mm,
Like I couldn't have written the script before I wrote it. Like I wrote it when I was ready to, when it was possible to. But that is also to me why it's important to have 6 different pots, because that one might take 10 years.
that's what it might take
Yeah,
too. Yeah, you just
exactly,
never know.
exactly. And so, yeah, like I said, just like chip away a little thing. And so, the album's coming out next month. I think probably Semi-Human. You should listen to it. It's
I'm
good music.
plug it.
Beep,
I mean,
beep. Look at. I always
like,
feel like I'm wearing a name tag.
but I mean, your brand. You know what
I
I
know my
mean?
brand. Everybody's
Like,
got one. Black and pink.
okay, can you explain? Is it okay? I'm gonna ask this. Is there any significance of when you're putting out this album, like the
Nope.
date and
I
time?
mean, yeah. Again, like I feel like the significance is it's ready.
Mm, it's finally take it out the
Yeah,
oven.
like this music was the Data Leak sites started in 2023.
Okay.
I did a retreat with my friend Ashley in 2022, like December 2022, and she pitched the name, and I was like, that sounds like a label, and then started building it. And so when that happened, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to have a flagship album. And started literally in December 2022. Started writing down ideas for songs, and that's what grew into this one. And so yeah, like the significance is it's ready. The significance is that the site is now built, and that the music is now recorded. That I've processed for all of this stuff. You know, like the
Okay.
first the first few releases I was answering the questions we were just talking about, like where does the money come from, how do we get
Gotcha.
people to listen to it, And DATALEAK is the answer to all those questions. So
Yeah, you found your answer.
yeah, and so
Ultimately in another venture, but I
it's
mean,
happened.
still,
It's happened.
nonetheless.
No. I don't think it's the same venture. I think it's the same venture. Like I said, I think those are billboards. Like that's how I
Uh,
have to treat them. Is like
True.
people are going to be scrolling by and they see that. But I don't know. I don't know. It matters to me.
Would data leak be considered an artistic universe,
Mm.
a philosophy on life,
Ooh.
or all the above?
I don't think it's a universe. I think it is a philosophy. The the significance behind it to me is the leaking of the human back through the digital. The leaking of the human
Rehumanizing
back,
data.
exactly. And so yeah, like it is. I do think it's driven by that philosophy. Like the music that I'm about to release is very specifically in defiance of like
All rules in a way.
not even the rules, just the strictness. Like again, hip hop is
Has to be this.
yeah, and
Right.
that's
Okay.
that to me is the type of innovation that the computer is not going to do. Like it can't in principle do it. Like, it can only in principle copy things, which means that if this thing does not exist for you to copy, you can't do it. And
I have
so
to make it in order for you to copy. Yeah.
yeah, and so that's where the album is for me, is like it's very very human. Like almost all of it is played on live instruments. Like there's no sampling, there's very little like drum machine.
How do you feel about sampling?
Oh, I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do it all the time. I do it all the time, and I'm also like a really strong like opponent of intellectual property law. Like that sounds absurd to me. Like what intellectual property? What? I barely believe in property. Like when it's my soap.
Okay.
Yeah, like no. And so yeah, I love it. I've been doing this since I was like I don't. This is not true anymore. But there was some point in the middle of my career where I was like, I don't think, based on the amount of pirated software I've used, I don't think literally any piece of music I've ever made has been legal.
And that's just shows you that's the creation part. Like
Yeah,
sometimes it
so I
starts
don't
like
know.
that.
It's absurd to me. It's absurd to me. It's like that to me sounds like the slam poetry thing. It's like you're trying to reduce an analog thing to a number, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Like the money, the money was the pointer made up thing that we were doing, and so trying to get really serious about it. Stop it. But I'm not gonna be a mogul talking like that. I got to be comfortable being in court with the suit.
I'm. I mean, honestly, would you ever be comfortable in the suit
Oh,
doing it that
absolutely
way?
not. Absolutely not. I hate it. Like again, that's like a my sense of self was not for negotiation thing. Like there were several points in my life where it would have been so much not even easier, like it would have been less like social friction to just like be a guy. Like to just
And
take
just
that
play the
job
part
and
and go in
yeah,
there and do the
and
thing,
like
play the
that was
role.
just not a thing. Like I think at least part of it is that again I'm autistic, so I have like sensory issues. So like being in that clothing 40 hours a week wasn't gonna work for me. Like
And
I
you
was
knew it
already
early.
suicidal. That wasn't gonna happen. And so like yeah,
But that
but
makes
like
sense
part of
though.
me
It's
does
like
think that I'm like I'm perfunctorily a businessman. So I'm like, Your Honor,
but
we
it's like
motion
not
that
every
this is
day.
dumb.
You know
I
what I mean?
guess.
Like maybe
Okay.
just when you have to type
That's
of
real.
shit.
That's real.
You know?
They're like, okay, but if you do it today, you get a cookie. I'm like, ooh, I do like cookies.
Uh, when people interact with data leak, uh, what do you hope they experience?
That is a very complicated question. That's a theory
My
of
bad.
mind question. I mean, that's what you're here for. It's an interview. let me not get distracted. When people interact with DATALEAK, what do I hope they experience? I hope they experience surprise. I hope they experience delight. I hope that they take it with them. I hope that they take it with them. I hope that they are reminded of it when they are in the middle of their lives and take it with them so they can have it there. Is that weird?
No,
That was like a very esoteric answer.
but I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
does music. I mean, I feel like you feel like your creation transcends just a listen, and just what I mean, just being music. It's something that you want people to kind of carry within them as they continue.
I mean,
on.
I want it to remind people of themselves, and I mean that
True selves.
Yeah, like I wanted to remind people that they have themselves. Like I think that I think that a lot of pop culture, or maybe pop culture by definition, seeks to normalize everyone, seeks to make everyone interchangeable so that they are interchangeable consumers. And I don't sincerely feel like that kind of person. Like I hope that my work repels that kind of person. Like I hope that they listen to it and go, "Oh, this isn't candy."
And miss out.
Yeah, and miss out. And so that's what I want. I want the person who bites into it expecting it to be candy and finds something even better, a fresh mango.
Yeah, that now see, I can understand that. Now that makes sense.
Metaphor.
Yeah. I'm with you. I got
Oh, that's good. Thank you. I'm gonna take that bit with me. I'm gonna take that bit with me. That's part of the stick now. Shtick.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh man.
Which I'm trying.
What do I hope?
I don't want to. Yeah.
Computer.
What part of your creativity do you think may get overlooked?
Oh. What part of my creativity may get overlooked? Well, okay, I've got two.
Yes. All right.
Okay. One, the tech stuff, but I really sincerely think that if I'm doing the tech stuff correctly, it's supposed to get overlooked. Like that's never supposed to be it's supposed to be frictionless and people don't even realize they're using it because it's just the art.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. One. Two, I think that this connects to what I was talking about earlier about realizing my role as a producer and about it not having to be the Sir Gripp show starring Sir Gripp all the time, though. I am very excited about Semi-Human. You should buy it. That was a terrible bit. It made me lose my train of thought. Oh, I remember. Yeah, about it not having to be the Sir Gripp show. And so I think that like I do feel like I'm trying to be comfortable with that. You know, like I'm excited about the idea that people know my characters better than me.
It's not just a you thing.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Or like even if it is just a me thing, but yeah, like connecting with the work, like for my identity to not have to be the work all the time. My identity not have to be the show all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
that's an interesting
question. My bad.
No, go for it.
Okay, art challenges systems, right? And it usually sparks
if it's doing it right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. Do you feel like you follow those same guidelines? as far
challenging.
as like the systems and like just
Oh,
what
I
people think
mean,
of the
this
norm.
is another whole ass thesis, you know. Whew, where even to begin? Systems. Now, I think part of the problem here is that systems is right on top of my work as a computer scientist too, like what the concept of a system is. The United States of America are a cabal of genocidal cannibals. So we should probably not be listening to them. The mechanisms by which the like vague amorphous cloud that is decision making for America is like I don't remember what the beginning of the sentence is. One of the ways that that cloud is sustained is through like system, through it being banal, through somebody being able to like sign an execution warrant and then go home because it's not the thing they did, it's the system. And so I think we have like an extreme moral responsibility to shout about that system being terrible all the time as much as we can because it's rapidly killing us. Everybody. So yeah, this particular album is not super about that. It's not super about that. Like it's identity work. But in a day, unfortunately, in a day where they will legit just shoot you for being brown, they will legit just shoot you for being trans, being out in trans feels like revolutionary enough, you know what I'm saying? Like not allowing myself to be the Thai guy, not allowing myself to move to LA and try to but rather creating the thing that fulfills me and encouraging other people to do that as well does feel anti-systemic, certainly. That being said, I also think that the concept of there being a system is problematic. Like, it's not just that we have a bad one, it's that there
It's
can't
the
be
fact we have
one.
one at all.
Like the human experience is way too varied for that to work. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. There's always context. There are always human beings whose material needs need to be taken into consideration. You can't pre-plan it. It's not possible.
You can't tell
And
me what I'm gonna
so,
need before I even get here. Type
yeah,
situation.
like it's not, that doesn't work, you guys. That doesn't work. And so, like, I also have beef with people who, like, take this other position who are like, yes, that's terrible, but I'm like, no, but actually, I don't think the but.
Right. It's no but to me.
Yeah.
It's just it's fucked up, and that's it.
Yeah. So, yes, I very, very much hope my work is anti-hegemonic, is liberatory. It certainly has been for me.
Could I
Oh
ask
man,
what social
systems.
issues or human experiences influence your work the most?
Uh, is being set on fire a human experience? I can't remember. Okay, social
That's
issues and human experiences. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we just do this? I already told you about the brain zap song, which is like mental illness. And then the second set of them is like songs about my sexuality, both about like being expected to perform as a man and also about learning to like accept desire as a part of my experience.
okay.
The third set of them is about growth. The first is addressed to an adult, and the second is addressed to a child, and they are about growing up and about maturing and about caring about people's growth, caring about your own growth and other people's. The third ones, or I'm sorry, where am I? The fourth ones are lullabies. One of them's like ASMR, and the other is fully instrumental.
That's
And then,
cool.
and then the fifth one's the fifth pair. Okay, so yeah, and then the fifth pair are called Foresight, and they're about the future. You know, they're about the way that breaking convention is going to lead us to liberation. In my belief, in my view. Okay, so I said all that before laying out the Semi-Human series is 10 songs that I've broken up into five releases, 5 pairs.
Okay.
And so they're gonna roll out over like 2 months. And then you'll get to hear all of the things I just talked about. But is that I get like those are human experiences more than social issues, but I also don't really think that those things are separable. Like every human experience is a social issue. We're all dealing with ourselves. Like the personal is political.
But do you think that depends on if we speak on it or not? Most times?
No. Like even if you say nothing about it, you're still here.
Experiencing it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm like yeah, no. I think they're the same thing. Every act of creation is a human experience. Period. That's all about it.
That's true. I can agree with that.
It is. Let me read this one more time.
Okay. I'm round it up with this one.
Okay.
What are you still waiting to see from Gripp?
That is a really good one. Because like my blind spots are my blind spots. And so how do I see in them? What am I still waiting to see from myself? Oh man, I think that the thing that I'm most afraid of is handling scale. The like film that we shot took a day. It was a 1-day shoot, and a feature film would take 2 months, depending, you know. And so I think that that's what I'm most worried about is that things will grow too fast and get out of control. And so what I'm waiting to see from myself is like where the boundaries are, you know, like how far out this goes before it's not me anymore.
And you get into the tie?
The what?
Get into the tie?
The tie? Oh no, absolutely not. No, not even that. Just like sort of. I guess sort of. Like I'm not going to do that, but like I'm asking where the tie boundary is, or like like I'm asking where the tie boundary is. Like I think the tile look different. The tile look different. The tile look like money, probably, right? Like it'll look like sinners. And so I'm trying to figure. I want to know where I want to know my capacity to resist the temptation. I don't know, man.
Find the edge. Finding your edge.
Yeah,
ain't no wrong with that.
I'm excited. I'm just getting started.
Anything? Well, I know there's plenty of shit. So plug whatever you want to plug.
Yo,
everything.
DATALEAK multimedia is the website. Built it myself. It's a streaming service coming soon. Semi-Human. Sir Gripp. Follow me on everything. Sir Gripp, SXR. It's a title. Sir Gripp. That's me. I'm that person. Sir Gripp. Hello. You have to hear it 6 times before it sticks. So Sir Gripp, Sir Gripp, Sir Gripp.
Hey, at least you know.
Listen to me. It's the best music in the galaxy objectively.
You heard it here.
I smoke weed.
Shout out to you for that. Thank you. Thank you for being another guest who felt comfortable enough to smoke on camera and have this conversation. But honestly, for real, thank you for
on the list.
Thanks for just letting us in. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you for having
I
me. It was
appreciate
a
it.
blast.
No problem.
Thanks for chatting.
No problem. Till
Peace.
next time. Peace.